Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. And brought to you by Coke Zero Sugar. Carolina Ford, built for the Carolinas, built Ford proud. Visit your Carolina Ford dealer today. And by Hardison and Cochran, dial 919 all fours for a free legal consultation.
Hello again, and welcome to a new season of Carolina Athletics and a new season of the Carolina Insider. So glad that you are with us again. My name's Jones Angel. I'll be taking you through what hopefully is a fun year for the Tar Heels. And man, we have a jam-packed first show. Adam Lucas and I had the opportunity to sit down with Bubba Cunningham, Carolina Athletic Director. Of course, he has a lot going on. We talk about this new alliance between the ACC, Big Ten, and Pac-12. We talk about vaccination rates for student athletes, and we talk about game day policies as well, with Tar Heel teams starting to hit the field. You'll see that in just a moment. We also have comments from Mack Brown. Of course, Carolina kicks off the highly anticipated 2021 football season Friday at Virginia Tech. Basketball season not that far away either, and the head coaches of the men's and women's teams, Hubert Davis in his first year and Courtney Banghart now in her third year in Chapel Hill, they both have met with the media recently. We'll have comments from both of them. And finally, a couple of highly ranked teams have already started playing in Chapel Hill. We'll have highlights from Carolina on the field. All of that coming up. But let's start with Bubba Cunningham. Again, Adam Lucas and I had a chance to sit down with Bubba, talk about a variety of topics. Thanks again for being here on the Carolina Insider.
Brought to you by Coke Zero Sugar.
Bubba, we have so much to talk about. Let's start with the big announcement on Tuesday of this formal alliance between a couple different conferences, the Atlantic Coast Conference, the Big Ten, the Pac-12. I know you were heavily involved in these discussions. What exactly does this mean?
Well, really, it's getting together 41 schools that are like-minded. We share values. We really value broad-based athletic programming. And, you know, we have, I think it's 27 of us are in the AAU. And so we really want to have that balance of an academic profile with an athletic achievement group. And so what this does, it gives us a chance to really start to think about what's the future of college athletics look like. There's an NCAA convention coming up about the constitution of the NCAA. There's legislation relative to the rules that govern how we work going forward. There's the college football playoff. And I think the commissioners got together and said, you know, it's really important for us to get together and say, what does it look like and how do we want to shape it? And so I think that alliance is really important to us. There's some other things associated with it, like scheduling. You know, we play an awful lot of Big Ten teams right now in a lot of sports. We have the ACC Big Ten Challenge in basketball. We play them a little bit in football. So I think the more we can do together, I think it's better for the future of college athletics and better for the student experience. You know, I think if I look back over the last, 30 years, things have really changed.
Sure.
But even in the last couple of years, you know, with the NIL now, there's so much discussion about the NIL and how much a student can make. We talk about media rights. We talk about the money involved with sport. And this really gives us a chance to refocus ourselves and say, what about the educational value of what we do? And how do these like-minded schools want to move forward? So I think that's the best thing about it. So my hat is off to our commissioner. I think Jim Phillips has done a remarkable job bringing Kevin Warren and George Kliakoff together from the Pac-12 because it makes sense for us to do things together.
It felt like things from the outside started moving very quickly around a month or so ago. As all of those things, dominoes started to fall, what did you do to make sure that what Carolina felt like was important and what you felt like was important were included in this discussion?
Well, I think you're right. It looked like everything happened very quickly once Texas and Oklahoma said, okay, we're going to go to the SEC. But I think what happens at that point, you say, okay, what are we going to do and what's important to us? And I think basically the three conferences said, you know what, what's important to us is this educational mission, this balance between education and athletics. And how do we see it going forward? We know there's a ton of commercial activity associated with it, but how do we try to balance that and try to give these kids a great academic experience while they're playing? And so that's really was kind of the foundation of what do you want to do? How do we want to get together? We know things are going to continue to change. And we think if we do it together, we have a better chance to shape the future of something that we want.
Bubba, what are the next steps here? Is there like a monthly meeting where you all get together and talk, or I mean, what happens now?
Well, actually, it's weekly.
Daily.
So actually, no, there's a subgroup of 11 ADs from the 3 different conferences. We've already had a couple of calls, and we're kind of the sounding board for the rest of the conferences to get back to our group and say, okay, here's what we're thinking. Here's what we're thinking legislatively. Here's what we're thinking from a scheduling standpoint, and let's do this together. And so we're meeting weekly and reporting back to our counterparts in our own league weekly. So we'll start to see things take shape this fall. You know, the decision on the CFP, the College Football Playoff expansion, will be in September. The decision about the convention for the NCAA will happen in November to shape the agenda for January. So we need to be ready for those 2 things first, and then I think scheduling will take place after that.
Introducing 48 square centimeters of earning potential. Flawlessly designed, undeniably versatile, unlimited 2% cash back. This is the card built for real life.
She's gonna be a drummer.
Yeah, she is. That's gonna get loud.
Right?
The new Wells Fargo Active Cash Visa credit card. Unlimited 2% cash back on purchases. That's real life ready.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Make your summer last during the Ford Labor Day sales event. Now is still a great time to buy a Ford. Choose from our F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 44 years, and from the freshest lineup of SUVs in America. It's the Ford Labor Day sales event. Drive one, buy one today. Just announced. Now get 0% financing for 72 months on the 2021 Ford F-150. Learn more at buyfordnow.com and see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
Introducing 48 square centimeters of earning potential. Flawlessly designed, undeniably versatile, unlimited 2% cash back. This is the card built for real life.
She's gonna be a drummer.
Yeah, she is. That's gonna get loud.
Right?
The new Wells Fargo Active Cash Visa credit card. Unlimited 2% cash back on purchases. That's real life ready.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Does your team mean the world to you? Then we're just alike. My team here at Hardison and Cochran means the world to me. And just like you, I have nothing but confidence in my team when it's on the line. If you've been injured at work and facing a blitz from the insurance company, I welcome you to call on me and my team. We have 3 workers' compensation experts ready to put in the game to protect you and your family.
Hardison and Cochran, attorneys at law, here for you. 919 all fours.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo.
Welcome back to the show. Hope you enjoyed some of our conversation with Bubba Cunningham before the break. And gosh, we had to tackle so many topics with Bubba. Wanted to give you a little bit more of that conversation. Let's get back to it. Adam Lucas and I with the athletic director here at UNC.
Brought to you by Coke Zero Sugar.
All right, let's change gears a little bit and focus in here to Chapel Hill and to Carolina. There's already been, Bubba, a handful of athletic contests on your campus and some big wins already for Carolina teams. But here we are, another season again. How excited are you to get going here?
Oh, it was so exciting when I was over there at the Washington soccer game. Women's soccer played Washington, played great. Fans in the stands, students in the stands, music playing, the video board going. It is really something. You know, I get chills thinking about field hockey winning the national championship with the place packed. I had that same feeling when I saw our team out there playing Washington. And then an incredible game against Arkansas just the other day. So can't wait to get people back in the stands safely. And we're continuing to take a look at what does that mean. You know, we're not in mass here, we're separated. we're vaccinated. So when we get outside, we definitely we're encouraging masks. We're not requiring it. We're not requiring vaccinations, but we want people there to create a great atmosphere for our students safely.
What role have the actual student athletes played in making sure that everybody's able to come back together and that they're able to come back together as teams?
Well, the best thing they've done is they've gotten vaccinated. And, we have over 88% of our student athletes are vaccinated. 93% of our fall sports are vaccinated. And so when I look at that, I think, boy, we've asked them to do it. We haven't required it, but they've really done a great job in following the advice. Now with the FDA approval, I hope it actually goes up even higher. I would love to have 100%. We have a couple teams that are at 100%, but I'd love to get all of our student athletes vaccinated. The best thing they can possibly do, because the vaccine doesn't prevent you from getting it, but it does limit how severe it is when you get it. It limits or reduces how quickly or how much you can give it to somebody else. So there's so many benefits to them getting vaccinated. I'm told that right now the ICU at the hospital is filled up, all people that haven't been vaccinated. So we need to encourage people to be vaccinated. It's the best thing we can do. In addition, we wear the mask.
I don't think anybody wanted to learn the things that we've all learned over the last 18 months or so, but what have you had to, by sort of force, learned about Carolina people and just the place over these last 18 months as you've sort of shepherded the athletic department through some unprecedented circumstances?
Sure. I think the greatest thing is people really care about this community. And they care about it in so many different ways. We get a little bit myopic and think about sports. But when you think about the concern they've had for others, the concern they've had for students, for the elderly, for people that have compromised positions, I think that's been the thing that I've learned the most is that's what's important to people here. Let's do the right thing, not necessarily for us. We want to do it for us, but we want to do it for others as well. And I think that's what I've probably learned the most about it. And there's so many brilliant people. To be able to work and live in this community, people talk about sports bringing a lot of people together. Medicine brings an awful lot of people together. Education brings people together. So to be here with education, medicine, and sport, that's why it's such a popular spot.
But before we get out of here, any message to Tar Heel fans here on the cusp of a new season? Anything you'd like to tell Tar Heel fans out there?
Well, first of all, I'm incredibly grateful for all the support that we've received. This last year was really hard. The donations were phenomenal. The Carolina Victory Fund, people donating their tickets, absolutely phenomenal. What we want to do is honor you by having a great, safe environment for you to come back. We want you to enjoy our student athletes. Our coaches have really worked hard, the student athletes have worked hard, and they haven't had this opportunity to compete in front of people. But with your support, we'll be able to do that. So I can't wait for this season to start. Football is the top 10 team. Field hockey is the #1 team. We have a number of nationally ranked teams. The kids are excited to get started, and I can't wait to have people back in the stands.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say this will not be the only time that we talk to Bubba this year on the Carolina Insider, but every time we do, it's fun, it's informative. We appreciate his time so much. Bubba, great to see you as always, and look forward to talking with you again soon.
Thank you. Thanks. Let's have a great year.
Make your summer last during the Ford Labor Day sales event. Now is still a great time to buy a Ford. Choose from our F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 44 years, and from the freshest lineup of SUVs in America. It's the Ford Labor Day sales event. Drive one, buy one today. Just announced. Now get 0% financing for 72 months on the 2021 Ford F-150. Learn more at buyfordnow.com and see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
Introducing 48 square centimeters of earning potential. Flawlessly designed. Undeniably versatile. Unlimited 2% cash back. This is the card built for real life.
She's gonna be a drummer.
Yeah, she is. That's gonna get loud.
Right?
The new Wells Fargo Active Cash Visa credit card. Unlimited 2% cash back on purchases. That's real life ready.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Does your team mean the world to you? Then we're just alike. My team here at Hardison and Cochran means the world to me. And just like you, I have nothing but confidence in my team when it's on the line. If you've been injured at work and facing a blitz from the insurance company, I welcome you to call on me and my team. We have 3 workers' compensation experts ready to put in the game to protect you and your family.
Hardison and Cochran, attorneys at law, here for you. 919 All Fours.
Make your summer last during the Ford Labor Day sales event. Now is still a great time to buy a Ford. Choose from our F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 44 years, and from the freshest lineup of SUVs in America. It's the Ford Labor Day sales event. Drive one, buy one today. Just announced. Now get 0% financing for 72 months on the 2021 Ford F-150. Learn more at buyfordnow.com and see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo.
It is here again. Football season starts in less than a week for the Tar Heels, and what a way to get started. An enormous road contest at Virginia Tech for the Tar Heels, who are ranked in the top 10 in the preseason. We have some comments from Mac Brown, but also Hubert Davis and Courtney Banghart, the head coaches of men's and women's basketball here at Carolina. They met with the media recently as well. With their seasons starting in about a month or so, they'll get onto the practice court. So let's hear from Mac Brown, Hubert Davis, and Courtney Banghart.
We can't control how Virginia Tech plays. They've run the ball against us for 2 straight years. They've scored 43 and 45 points. So they've whipped us. They've been more physical than our defense. So anybody that sits around and thinks this isn't going to be a fight. It's one of the toughest places to play in college football. They're a little sick of hearing us be bragged on. Nobody on this team is going up there not expecting to have a complete fight. Last year, 2 years ago, we got ahead of them. They came back and won in 6 overtimes. Last year, we were running up and down the field doing some great things. Could have had a blowout. They get an onside kick. They go right down and score. And they ran up and down the field. So Justin does a tremendous job with his offense. They are very physical, and they use their tight ends really, really well. They've got a running quarterback. All those things have given us trouble. And they don't like us very much. So with all those things, I'm excited about the challenge, not worried about the losing a game.
It's been a busy summer, but it's been a great one. I've just really enjoyed, getting to know all the players. I mean, and I did. I've always had a great relationship with them, but from a head coaching perspective, to be able to spend time with them and their family, really spending a lot of time with the transfers that have only been here this summer, and just trying to, put our staff together. And so I don't know if there's ever been a time. I'll give you an example. We were at the beach, and my wife was like, my hope is that, this is a time where you can just take your mind off of everything, and that you can just relax, and you can feel like you're 100% on vacation. And so I turned to my wife and I said, I love you to death, but I just don't think this is a job where you can fully check out. There's something always going on, something that you're always thinking about. And so I don't know if I've pushed the brakes, but I've taken my foot off the gas a little bit over the last 5 months. But again, it's been a great summer, and I'm really excited to start this season.
Time is a valuable asset, and so if people are going to give you your time, you have to make sure that you make it worthwhile. And win or lose, I can assure you that this will be a team, at least since I've been here, the most fun team to watch. And so I think that win or lose, I think as long as people give us a chance and come out, they will like the product. And then in terms of the only patience I care about is the current roster in the locker room. I think for them to understand that they are in some cases 5 years younger than some of the people they're going to be playing against. That's important. That's important for the duration of the season. That's important for the physicality of the game. It's important for oh God, I've never been in this environment. We're going to have that all the time. So as long as I can keep my locker room patient, I think the fan base will really like this group in terms of how they play, in terms of how they celebrate each other, in terms of their speed and versatility, in terms of the system that we have for them. but it's inside that locker room RL, making sure that my group is patient with understanding that I know you want to get to a Final Four. I wouldn't be here if I didn't want to get to a Final Four. But we lost in the first round last year. That's a big jump. Let's get there. Let's just keep getting better.
Introducing 48 square centimeters of earning potential. Flawlessly designed, undeniably versatile, unlimited 2% cash back. This is the card built for real life.
She's gonna be a drummer.
Yeah, she is. That's gonna get loud.
Right?
The new Wells Fargo Active Cash Visa credit card. Unlimited 2% cash back on purchases. That's real life ready.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Make your summer last during the Ford Labor Day sales event. Now is still a great time to buy a Ford. Choose from our F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 44 years, and from the freshest lineup of SUVs in America. It's the Ford Labor Day sales event. Drive one, buy one today. Just announced. Now get 0% financing for 72 months on the 2021 Ford F-150. Learn more at buyfordnow.com and see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
Introducing 48 square centimeters of earning potential. Flawlessly designed, undeniably versatile, unlimited 2% cash back. This is the card built for real life.
She's gonna be a drummer.
Yeah, she is. That's gonna get loud.
Right?
The new Wells Fargo Active Cash Visa credit card. Unlimited 2% cash back on purchases. That's real life ready.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Does your team mean the world to you? Then we're just alike. My team here at Hardison and Cochran means the world to me. And just like you, I have nothing but confidence in my team when it's on the line. If you've been injured at work and facing a blitz from the insurance company, I welcome you to call on me and my team. We have 3 workers' compensation experts ready to put in the game to protect you and your family.
Hardison and Cochran, attorneys at law, here for you. 919 all fours.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo.
Of course, Carolina prides itself on a broad-based athletic department, and so we've given you a lot of football and basketball thus far, but other sports have started to compete as well. Let's see some highlights from some of those highly ranked teams here in Chapel Hill.
Carolina to beat Arkansas in the air there.
Mezzo with a sensational finish. UNC wins it.
Look at the Illini bench. Listen to the Illini crowd, loud and proud, as sliding down there with the extra effort there is Pasquale. Pasquale, Breslin, and Silver, all on the ACC players to watch. Murphy the other way. Murphy in! Murphy ties it. We started with Breslin, we started with Murphy, and it's 1-1. Colton will be ready to pounce on any loose balls inside the 18. Sent across, and there it is. There's Bell. Bell, one of the best defenders in the country. Macy Bell's made it 2-1 North Carolina.
Tolentino makes that run. She takes it in line, and number 4 in blue, she gets that ball on her left foot. Dorwart in the perfect position just to redirect that ball into the back of the net. And you see Dorwart playing off Chili right behind her, ready to receive that ball as it went over Chili's hands.
There, Angie Gallo, a freshman from Wheaton, Illinois, Wheaton North High School, as she'll come in. Gallo in, back heel, good ball, and in. Just like that, it's 4-1 and finished there by Emily Colton, who is the beep test master, runs everywhere, and it's 4-1 North Carolina.
Games and outscored the opposition by a margin of 1,650 to 211. Mind-boggling numbers. Murphy right back in there. Murphy squares it. Murphy and a finish there. Colton's got a brace. Murphy's got another assist, and it's 5-1 North Carolina. The Demersion family, Demersion Park, recognized before the game, saw Illinois get up to a 1-0 lead early, but 5 unanswered from a team that could win another national championship. North Carolina, your final score, North Carolina 5, Illinois 1.
But when talking with Carlos before the game, he was talking about this year's team being this year's team, and I have 13 new players that I have to try and integrate into this team and find the best fit.
And there it is, the first goal of the season for North Carolina. There's a cross down to Fisher, and he bounces it in. The junior zips it in, gets it right back, has a second chance, and the header is in. North Carolina up 3-0, and try it underneath. Pickering the deflection, and that one is lifted to the top of the back of the net. What a goal scored. Ernest Bawa favors Bucknell. But that lofted pass. Perry the save. Second chance is there for North Carolina, though, and it is 5-0. Through ball on the ground. Knocked away, but Sullivan puts it in far post, just out of the reach of Schwartz. It's goal number 6 for North Carolina, and he becomes the first with a brace.
In case that ball doesn't find the back of the net.
And there's a push against Jimenez. That is just inside the box, and it will result in a penalty kick. Here's Jimenez on the PK, a goal earlier tonight already, and he puts that one comfortably in the corner of the net.
In game 1 of the season, the crispness of their passing was phenomenal.
Well, there's the final horn. It'll be a shutout.
One show down, but a full season to go. Thanks so much for being with us this week. We'll be with you every single week with features, interviews, and highlights here on the Carolina Insider.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. And brought to you by Coke Zero Sugar. Carolina Insider is produced by Go Heels Productions for Tar Heel Sports Properties, a property of Learfield.